I wanted to talk about content creation. Content creation is all about coming up with the best ideas. That's what people think, Content creation is all about coming up with the best ideas. In fact, it's more about the plane is. I live right near Heathrow Airport, so there's planes going over every 2 minutes. I don't know if you can see. Let me see. Can we see it? Check this out. How low that is. Wow. It's so low. Anyway, I've got like 2 minutes before the next one comes. It disturbs me, but yeah. See, the way I think about content creation is one of the guys that I spoke to on the podcast was Kendall Ficklin, and he tours around with ET and he speaks on stage, and he was talking about how when he trains his guys to speak, he talks about their unique life experiences. He talks about what they're going through and how that can be used to create the content in your life that you speak about. So he was talking about it in the speaking context in terms of sharing ideas and insights that other people might be going through as well. And I've seen this question being asked on Instagram and on Facebook, how do you come up with the best ideas for content? And it's just looking at your life. You've lived a life. Let's say you're 20 years old. You've lived 20 years of your life. Something's happened in those 20 years that you can talk about. That's what it's about. Looking at what's happened in your life for the last 20 years and how can you use that to then create a story, to create a message, to create something that you can share, whether it's through a blog, whether it's through videos like this, whether it's through a podcast or documentary. There's different ways of sharing it, and everyone's different. You don't have to share it in the same way. There's different ways to share what you're going through, what you're experiencing. So when you think about content, think about what you've gone through and what you can share and what you've learned on your journey so far. Even if you're at school, talk about the things that you're struggling with, talk about the things that you enjoy. If you're at work, talk about the things that you're struggling with at work, what your dreams, what your aspirations are, what's happening in your life, what you're aspiring for. People want to see the journey. They don't want to see the finished product, because then it helps them feel more connected to you. Like, I'm not a millionaire right now, and I don't have the biggest podcast in the world, but I'm on track to going in that direction. And I want you guys to see the journey, because I want you to see that I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm working on it every single day. And see, the plane is just about to come back again. You can hear it. So think about that. So when you're looking at content, so one is what you're going through. Here we go. One is what you're going through, and two, it's the content you're consuming. What I mean by that is, what are you consuming on a day-to-day basis that's forming the ideas and the thoughts that are going on up here? Because that's gonna shape the way that you think. And the way that you think creates the ideas that you have. And the ideas you have create the content. So think about what you've gone through and intertwine that with the ideas that you're getting from other people's content. So what films are you watching? What books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? What essays are you reading? I mean, all of that sort of stuff. You don't have to do that stuff, but that's the stuff that I do because I enjoy literature and I enjoy reading and things like that. So look at the content you're consuming and look at what you've been through, and then find a way to intertwine those and create a message out of that, because that's where you'll get ideas for your own content. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. This is something that's been on my mind, so I thought let me share it because it's helping me. It's the way that I'm creating content, and to keep it fresh, keep the content that you consume fresh, and then also look at your life in a different way. One thing that I'll say actually is, so if you've gone through, let's say, wait for the plane again. Let's see this. Oh, I've missed it this time. But let's say you've gone through, like let's take me for example. Like I've gone through a skin condition that I had a few years ago, and it was really severe, and it was tough to handle basically at the time, and it caused issues in every area of my life because it specifically affected my confidence. I couldn't accept the way I was, and what it helped though ultimately on a physical level, the pain that I was going through helped me build the courage and the will to go through other struggles in life. So I genuinely believe that the fact that I had to persist through that for many years, and I still am now, like you can see some puffiness under here, but it's stuff that I'm dealing with. Like it was much worse, but that's then helped me when I'm trying to create a business and forge my own path, and I keep failing. It didn't stop me. And where I am now at work, it's all about sales, negotiation, pitching, and you're going to get rejected. It's the name of the game. When you're in sales, you get rejected so many times. And for me, it wasn't difficult to push through all of that because I had already gone through a lot with the skin stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the episode that I've done this week. It's all about creating your content and the things that you've gone through. I don't even know how the skin did. But anyway, see you on the next one.